Toronto has been called the city within a forest. 10.2 million trees make this urban landscape more livable. Trees clean the air we breathe and shield us from noise pollution. They cool our neighborhoods in summer and protect us from harsh winds in winter. They're especially fun to play in. But 10.2 million trees didn't plant themselves. It takes continued human care to keep our urban forest alive.
We are about to experience a crisis in the conservation movement where many of the folks who've been engaged over the years are retiring, and the movement, along with its membership, is dying out.
In 2007, a group called GreenHere was formed to combat this crisis. The organization reaches out to communities, transforming Toronto's residents into eco-advocates.
I can see the changes that we're making in the neighborhood. Just working with a small community, year to year, you kind of see the difference, and it just makes you, want to stay to do more.
There's always more to do. GreenHere's target area, Davenport, is just one of many Toronto neighborhoods where green is constantly competing with grey. A major rail corridor cuts right through Davenport's West End, and residential blocks sit across the street from industrial lands.
Because of how society is structured, communities like this didn't get the kind of resources that other communities got, where folks were middle class or upper class. So the number of parks, the number of green spaces, the number of trees, these are all things that were historically limited in this kind of community.
GreenHere gives a voice to the community, helping residents work with city staff to restore green space to their neighborhoods. Some of the biggest transformations have been in local schoolyards, where GreenHere has helped remove asphalt and plant trees, turning this into this. These regreening projects have residents working together, regardless of their social, ethnic, or economic differences.
Well, Davenport for many years has been home to new communities, new immigrants that come in here and settle. So outreaching to them in different languages like GreenHere does, and teaching them about the benefits of trees, the benefits of our parks, making them more comfortable in using our green spaces is a great way to welcome them.
You can see the back was just like all, scrap and scrubble, and where the grass is now, there was nothing.
Yeah.
Toronto's trees reduce the cost of heating and cooling residential buildings by an estimated $9.7 million a year.
So, yeah, that's absolutely nothing.
Just seeing that and then looking.
Yeah.
But the cost of a single tree is often too much for homeowners. Since 2008, GreenHere has planted 494 free trees on private property, helping residents add to the urban forest without leaving their backyards.
Well, I noticed how much it's grown even from early spring. And it was so small, now it's so green, and it's just great.
Well, yeah.
So, and if I got any issues, I'll just call your number, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's no use growing an urban forest if it won't be looked after down the road. So every year, GreenHere hosts a Youth Eco Summit, giving local students the chance to swap ideas on how to create a greener future.
Just one small thing can make a big difference, and we see that everywhere, and I think that it's important that we do take care of the earth and know that we can make a difference if we want to.
Environmental issues and environmental sustainability is one of the more critical issues of our time, and the more students we have who are passionate about the environment and who learn more about the environment, the greater our world will be.
After years of success in Davenport, GreenHere's message has started to spread. Someday, GreenHere wants to have a team in each of Toronto's 13 priority neighborhoods, helping the communities that need it most regroup and reforest.
And that's what we're trying to do with working with GreenHere, to promote that kind of culture where people have more opportunity to immerse with nature, or they see more green things around them instead of looking at just only the concrete buildings.
Groups like GreenHere are just so effective in achieving environmental mandates and working with the community. And no other organization is going to achieve that type of success or mandate the way that they do. What they really need is sustainable funding, or sustained funding rather, so that they can plan their activities.
The environmental services face financial pressure at every level of government, and it's a big job to fill that void. But GreenHere staff isn't afraid of a challenge. They move forward every year with a sense of humor and a focus on the long term.
You need to be willing and able to make a commitment to be there for the good results, but also to be there when things don't go quite so smoothly, and be there willing and able to spend the effort to fix things.